There was once a man who carried a jar of clear water everywhere he went. People would stop him and ask, "What's in it?" He'd say, "It's just water." They'd shake their heads. "No, it must be more, or less, or wrong." Some called it empty. Some said it was too full. Some insisted it was polluted. The man kept walking. At first he tried to explain, to defend, to clarify. But no matter what he said, people still saw what they wanted to see. He once met a woman who stared at the jar for a long time, then said, "I don't get it. What's the point of carrying it?" He replied, "The point isn't for you to get it. The point is that I do." She frowned. "So, you don't care what anyone thinks?" She smiled gently. "I used to, until I realized that every explanation I gave wasn't for understanding. It was for permission." She didn't respond, because sometimes silence is the only honest reaction to truth. She sat by a river one afternoon, holding the jar in his lap. Children came by, laughed at him. An elder told him he was wasting his life. A scholar tried to debate him, but the man just sat there, peaceful, unbothered, because he finally understood. Being misunderstood doesn't hurt nearly as much as betraying yourself just to be accepted. So he let them talk, let them guess, let them judge. But he didn't pour out the water to prove anything, because peace wasn't in their approval. It was in his knowing. If this story reflects your experience, subscribe and tap the bell. Peace begins where explanation ends. One day a traveler approached him quietly. She didn't ask what was in the jar, she just sat beside him. After a long silence, she said, "I don't need to understand it. I can feel it." The man looked at her, not surprised, not relieved, just present. Because for the first time someone met him in stillness, not in curiosity. She didn't question his path. She didn't try to label his why, she simply shared the space. And in that moment he realized, being seen is not about being explained. It's about being held without condition. As time passed, the man spoke less and listened more. Not because he had nothing to say, but because he had nothing left to prove. He no longer searched for the perfect words to be understood. He had learned that some truths are too quiet for noisy minds. Some peace is too still for restless hearts. And that's okay. Not everyone will understand you, not everyone is supposed to. Because you're not here to be explained, you're here to be real. Eventually, people stopped asking about the jar. Not because they understood it, but because they understood he no longer needed them to. He still carried it, still walked his quiet path. But now, his peace didn't ask for company. It welcomed it, only if it came without questions. And when someone did ask, he'd simply smile and say, "It's just water, but it's mine." Because he had learned the rarest kind of freedom, to be at peace, even when no one gets it.